Alright, so I'm in the storage unit right now where the car's been for the last like 4 months, and I'm gonna be getting it ready for taking it out of storage possibly next week. Um, if not the week after. I really want to do it before the end of the month. But I have one of these third brake light bulbs is out, so I'm gonna replace both of those right now. So luckily, one thing GM got right about these cars is the all the screws for like all the side markers and all these lenses and stuff are Torx bits, so you don't have to worry about stripping the screws out. Makes it 10 times easier. Honestly, I don't think the bulbs for this were ever replaced since my mom owned it. Not that I can think of anyway. Are these screws really that long? God damn. Yeah, guess so. Yeah, a lot longer than I would have thought they were gonna be. Alright. One thing I do want to double check is most part stores, when you go to get the bulbs for these, will not have this year in there. The only time I really see it is when I go to AutoZone and I see that it's from I believe it's 2000 to 02. It's the only years they have listed in the book, but either way, they still don't even have the bulbs for this listed. But it's supposed to be a 921, not a 194 or 196. Those are the smaller marker light bulbs. I don't know if you can see it, man, but this thing is absolutely filthy. Sorry, girl. Every time I open the door, all this dust and shit all falls all over the place. So I can't do this with one hand. I'm gonna pull them out real quick and just double check. So they are 921. Look at old, new, old, new. So I don't know how only one of them was out. These things look burnt and nasty. Pretty much what happened with these side marker lights over here. One of my friends noticed that only these two little panels were lighting up, and this one wasn't on both sides, so I changed those and they were the same exact way. New bulbs are in. Luckily the old ones came right out. They weren't like glued and they're stuck or nothing. Shouldn't be touching those. The oil's on my hands. I'm probably gonna hear that in the comments. But I'm gonna throw this the socket and the whole third brake light assembly back on. Then I'm gonna go over one other thing I want to do before I pull this thing out of storage. Alright, so I'm back in my truck. I'm about to head to the parts store. I just want to put this snorkel back in because I don't know if it made too much of a difference really, but I kind of feel like the car has been kind of, I'd say like hesitating a little bit ever since I took this out. I took this out off my Trailblazer that I had, and that thing ran like crap after I did. It was getting way too much air. Like I'd let off the gas and the RPMs took forever to go back down. This is kind of the opposite. It kind of seems like it's taking a little bit for the RPMs to go up, even in park or neutral when it's not actually in gear. But either way, I gotta change the fuel filter, and I just put 10 gallons of fresh 93 in there. When I parked this in November, I put some fuel stabilizer in there, but I just recently, the other day, put 10 gallons of fresh Sunoco 93 in there with a bottle of that liquid moly fuel injector cleaner. Hopefully that works. That was like $28. So all the reviews I read on that, hopefully it works. Should do the trick. If not, then I'm gonna have to pull the injectors out, clean them, and then replace the O-rings. But anyway, I gotta go find one of those push-in style clips to go right in here. That's what holds this down onto the little bracket where it sits, and then those two holes on top is where the headlight module goes. Hoping I could find the regular style clips where you push one part in and then you push the middle in, and then hopefully that will stay. If not, I'm perfectly happy with zip tying it for now. So on the way, like I said, I'm gonna hurry up and run to AutoZone. Obviously, like I said, I'm not using their brand parts anymore, but all the other stuff there, I'll give it a try. So I'll pick back up when I come back here, and hopefully I can hurry up and get this thing thrown in. Alright, so I just got back to the storage unit and found two things that should work. This is for the top part where the headlight module goes on to, fits in the hole, and they should be long enough, so those should work. Part numbers for GM, it's 451150. Again, you can find these at AutoZone right over in the self-help or help yourself section, whatever it is. And then this is trim panel retainers, but again, this should work. It fits in the hole, and I think it was about as long as the one that came out. But either way, that should hold it in perfectly fine. And the part number on that is 450920. And these were roughly in about the same spot. Might not have been on the same shelf, but you just spin the thing and it's right there. So if you took the snorkel off of your F-body, and if you're like me, I saved everything, but I forgot where I put it, these two things should work. So I'm going to go try doing that now, really quick, because technically you're not supposed to work on your cars here, but nobody's really here right now, so I'm going to hurry up and try getting this done. The other reason why I want to put that back in is, I think I showed it in the last video, is when you put that little air box, the stock air box, back in, it's a pain in the ass to get that intake boot on the other piece to stay in place, because the box just wants to keep tilting, from the left and right. And when it slides over that snorkel, that pretty much locks it into place and locks it upright. So then the other thing just goes right over it, and then you can just clamp it down. So, like I said, I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to start the car up, let it warm up, like I've been doing for the last 4 months. I've been coming to start it every couple days. I let it run for 20 minutes, and then I rev it a little bit after, just to get the oil pressure up and to clear every, all the condensation, whatever else didn't fully come out from running it. So anyway, I went to go use that, one of these black ones that I got, and it ended up being too big. It fit inside the hole inside of this, but it was too big to fit inside of the hole in the metal piece that it actually went to. So luckily, one of the white ones there I got fit. Then I stuck the other one up here for the headlight module. As long as it keeps it in place, I don't care if it tilts back and forth. But another reason why I wanted to put this thing on is, before I dumped all that crap out you see on the floor, that was all inside the air filter. So probably gonna have to clean the air filter at some point, but I knocked most of the crap out. So I'm gonna get this all put back together and then start the car. It's all back together. One word of advice: take this thing out of your way. If you're gonna line this back up with the other thing, it kind of slides over it and it has to lock in there. This gets in the way, and then this stupid thing gets in the way. But if you just push that flat in a little bit, it helps. But I had to do a couple other things. Dude, I had to fix this clamp, move that back. There's a little spot right there where a little rip, but I don't believe that goes all the way through. I'm gonna double check. And really not a fan of these couplers that came with the intake elbow from Trick Flow. And then I forgot, when you move this, I had to unloosen right here and pull the mass airflow sensor out this way, so this whole piece could go over here to now fit onto this part. But now everything's back to where it should be lined up. And then, so I'm gonna go start the car now. Hopefully, that made it better after I'm done dropping everything. This thing is also got kind of a ticking noise now too. It doesn't sound like a valve train noise, but definitely don't sound like an exhaust leak either. It kind of just sounds like a sticky injector, or not really a knock, but kind of a knockish noise. Knock. Are you not a knock? Come on, baby. So it might be a pulley noise too. I have a pulley that makes a weird squealing and kind of like a knocking sound to it. I believe it's the AC pulley, so I'm going to end up deleting that anyway. But you can kind of hear it. Might be a manifold leak, I'm not really sure. It don't sound like it, but like I said, you never know. I might have meant to get a new clip for this too, but so yeah, everything's nice and buttoned up. I'm gonna have to look into that, but either way, double check everything. Everything's plugged in. So, like I said, I'm gonna let this run for 20 minutes and then do it that way. But so far, when I was pushing down the throttle body like that, it sounded a lot better, and it's more responsive than what it was. But the way I really tell is when I go in, I push on the gas pedal, because when I pulled the car in, I got out, but your boy ain't sliding back in unless he's all Crisco'd up. So I've just been going over through here, and then I hit the gas pedal, and that's when it sounds like it has a delay, but maybe it's because I'm using my hand and not my foot. You know how those things always end up changing it. But I'm gonna hop out right here real quick so I don't kill myself. See, now you can hear the pulley, or at least you should be able to. So temperature's good, oil pressure about where it is. I'm going to replace the pressure sensor at some point. It's charging, and it shows that it's almost full. But when you go to store a car here, you can't have more than a quarter of a tank of gas. But I wanted to keep it somewhat full for the winter, so a bunch of water, didn't build up in the tank. Now, it's been running. I want to check my other measurement. yeah, seems a little bit better. Never mind, that seems a lot better. I think I do have an exhaust leak though. I gotta get that checked out when I go to have the MagnaFlow put on. But coming over from this side of the car, like I said, I don't think it's the manifold leak up there. That's either the pulley or like I said, the sticky injector or something. Sounds like it's coming from right around where the stock cat pack would have been put on. So might be let's see, the pipe is very, very old, so when I have all that checked out, it might be, you know, like one of the gaskets in between the Y pipe or something along that lines. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. So she is officially 100% ready to come out of storage. And then I think before I bring it to the body shop, I'm gonna wash it. I definitely got to get all this dirt off of there. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and like I say, you know, stay tuned for upcoming videos on this. I know I always say this, but this year, I'm not gonna jinx it, but I am going to the drag strip because I'm sure as other people are curious, I am still curious myself as to what these cars truly run for a quarter mile. But obviously, before I do that, I need to make sure that every the little bugs with the car need to get worked out first. No sense in bringing the car to a racetrack if it's not running right. Obviously, it's going to be slower than what it's supposed to be. But anyway, I just want to give you one little thing. So you can see on that side, on the left hand side, you see the fender goes above the hood a little bit. Everything's nice and lined, everything's straightened up. And when you come down to this headlight assembly, everything for the most part looks pretty straight. Now, is when they put the new bumper on, you can see the gap, you know, it kind of narrows down. Now look at the gap on that side. I can literally see all the way down through the ground. You can see that hole right there. So that's what it looks like. That's what it's supposed to look like. And then you can see it kind of tilts upward because that gap is definitely messed up. And now as you're going up towards this way, for the most part it looks straight. But now look at the top of that corner of the hood. It sticks up past the fender. So either the fender has to come up some, which I honestly don't think it does, or the hood is bent, or the hood hinge is bent. So that's what it looks like there. You can see that. That's what it's supposed to look like. So that, and you got that. And when you're sitting inside of the car, you can see that this right here, this part right here, sticks up past the fender. So it's definitely, I think, something with the hood. So when you come over here, all nice and even. So enough of my rambling. That's going to do it for this video.